Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, do you remember this video? This was taken during the 2016 election, and this was after the 9/11 in 2016. They went there and made a bunch of speeches and whatnot. This is Hillary Clinton. I just realized, is that bright enough? Let's turn that up for you. Okay, so this is Hillary Clinton. And I still have questions about this, and it's trending again on X. And I thought, what a great read we have to do here. So this was when it was Hillary against Donald Trump. And look at the way she trips. I want to point out some things here. Why is she being pushed into there? They say look at her hands are behind her back. Look at her hands are behind her back. Is that how you hold up somebody who is dehydrated? Why is nobody on this side? Look at her. She does not want to go in. She's fighting going in there. And they actually have to push her into, and they pushed her so hard she lost a shoe. I want you to watch that again. So there she is. Nobody's on this side. They say, oh, she's dehydrated. Watch. They're pushing her. She's fighting going in there. Now, if you're dehydrated, do you not just want to get into air conditioning and have a water? And her hands are behind her back. I'm sorry, that's not a dehydrated stance. And then they took her to her daughter's house in New York, right? This is in New York City. Look at. And she lost a shoe at that point. So they took her to her daughter's place in New York City, and she comes out 25 pounds lighter. Her hair is straight, it looks different. Her glasses look different, and she's walking down the street saying, yeah, I just needed some water. Does that look like somebody who just needed some water to you? So I'm going to use my brand new Trump cards. What would Trump do by Big Witch, Little Witch? I'll have the link below. They're absolutely beautiful, all American and Trump based. And I thought that's perfect because it was Trump and Hillary in the 2016 election there. Absolutely beautiful. I love watercolors. So this is a extra one in the deck, and it's 00. What would Trump do? And it's kind of like the Trump card. So let's see how that works for us. So this has been sitting on my desk here, and I wait till the cards tell me they're ready. And the cards wanted to read on this today. I even had this tucked away yesterday, and they weren't ready, and today they do. So the first time I use my cards, after I shuffle them a bit, I ask them if they want to be read in reverse. Boy, these shuffle like a dream. Wow. I just want to thank them again. They gifted me this with no obligation whatsoever. They sent these to me, no obligation whatsoever. If you enjoy them, we'd appreciate if you use them on your channel. So if you enjoy them, if you like them, why not support a Big Witch, Little Witch in Etsy, and I will put the link down below. Okay, do these cards want to be read in reverse? Cards are ready. The Sun, yes, they do. They don't mind at all. All right, so let's ask, what can the cards tell us about that video? Was there some kind of arrest going on? There was a big conspiracy. It was arrest. Was she really sick? Was something else going on? Was she having a medical event? Because she had some weird head movements, almost like she had a Parkinson's. I'm not judging people with Parkinson's, but she had a tremor in her head. Sometimes she would shake her head and there'd be some kind of tremor there. And another couple of other things, she was talking to Bill and she kind of zoned out. And so people were really kind of concerned about her health. I haven't seen anything since then, so I don't know what was going on. Don't know if there was some kind of espionage. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Crazier things have happened, right? Lots of crazy things happen in politics. Lots. So let's find out. I'm just going to ask the cards outright. Tell me what's going on in that video. Tell me what's going on. Is it a medical event? So we'll look for medical cards. Is it an arrest? So we'll look for swords. Swords are our police and our judges and our legal system. So we'll look for swords. Now she's a queen of swords. So we'll look and see if it's upright, meaning she did nothing wrong. If it's in reverse, something is up. All right. Well, of course, we'll look for justice. We'll look for the star, healing, hope, health. So we've got a lot of cards here we can look at to see what's going on. What is going on in that video? Please do tell. Cards are ready. Very first read with what would Trump do? 9 of Swords in reverse. So we have a medical legal situation right off the start. This is anxiety. So there is something here mentally going on, some kind of anxiousness, mental health, but it is in reverse. So I always say when swords are in reverse, that's when the swords can fall out, literally fall out. So this could be something, the clock agrees with me, about anxiety. The sun. So something was brought to light. Wow. 7 of Swords in reverse, classified. So we've got 2 big swords on the table here. And what did I say when I was shuffling is swords are our legal system. 7 of Swords is somebody is stealing from you, somebody is lying. When the 7 of Swords shows up in reverse, it means a truth is discovered. So, or what somebody stole from you is returned. Interesting. Remember all those emails. The big thing was there was 33,000 emails. And we got classified and secret here and in reverse. And the sun is going to shine light on what happened there. So the end of anxiety is, whose anxiety? The law enforcement officers that they got her, or Trump's? Let's find out. 6 of Swords. From somehow after that, Trump felt safer and he felt more at peace. And because that's what 6 of Swords is. You go from a whirlpool into smooth sailing. So somehow when that came to light, he felt more at peace. He felt more in control. The Magician, upright. Okay, so there is something going on here. There is some kind of spin doctoring going on. There is something, I'm going to say something that Trump created. Something that was taken from him was returned. What was it? It's classified. So was that shots fired to Hillary? Because remember, at one of the speeches, he said, if I become president, you're going to go to jail. Well, that never materialized. Was it because she was already in jail? Oh, got my Q hat on here, guys. The Lovers on the sun. Somehow, Melania was happy this happened. Somehow she felt safer. Somehow this brought safety to them. What's Page of Cups? Page of Cups. Daddy's girl, Ivanka. Was there... I can't remember, but I think there were threats on his family. Yes, there was. Temperance on the 6 of Swords. You know what? This was something to do to bring Melania peace of mind. And perhaps this Page of Cups is also positive news. This was something to bring her peace of mind. He did this for her. He did this. Remember, back then it was huge about drain the swamp and I'm going to put you in jail. And I wonder if it brought Melania peace of mind because perhaps there was something against his children, which would be Baron. She's so protective of Baron. Knight of Cups, and there's another one. There is Eric. So an offer. So perhaps there was an offer. You leave my family alone, or I am going to put you into jail. The Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Gossip. Things not working out the way you want them to. Barren. Barren. Right? Like a woman who can't have children is the Empress in reverse, and they would be barren. Maybe I am right. Maybe this had something to do with Baron. What the heck would it have to do with Baron, though? Like I said, though, maybe it was shots fired. Leave my kids out of this. Four of Cups upright. Apathy. Boredom. Out of options. Aren't these beautiful cards? Ace of Pentacles. You know what? This was to plant seeds. This was definitely shots fired. I'm thinking here now he didn't know what else to do. I think there was, this was actually to put Melania's mind at ease. I actually think it is something to do with Baron. Perhaps there was and I can't remember, right? I'm not American, so I wasn't like that deep into it. But I think I remember something about the, a threat against the children. This was the beginning of the end. This was seeds planted. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, he had to work with the other, what was it? FBI, Secret Service, all of those. Ace of Cups. Make America Great Again. The Chariot. Taking control of things. Queen of Swords. Interesting, this Queen of Swords is Melania, and actually the Queen of Swords is Hillary. So was Two of Pentacles in reverse. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles upright, Two of Pentacles in reverse. I think this was shots fired. I don't think that she actually went to jail. I believe the person who came out was her body double. She was probably quite stunned what happened. Perhaps there was negotiations. You leave my family alone and I'll let you go. And I think that's exactly what happened. And then there was no more negotiations. This is the deal. And he got control again. He got it on paper. He has a contract signed, a legal contract, that if something happens to any of my family members, I've got it here written down on paper. And I bet he had to show that to Melania. And he did this. I think he did it for her. I honestly do. I know she's in these cards a lot, but I'm also picking that up energetically. And perhaps we've seen her, that stern look. Perhaps this time around, she knows she's in charge. They don't even have to do stuff like that. So was it like her arrested and going to Gitmo? No, I don't see any travel cards here at all. Was it a power play by Trump to tell Hillary, if I become president and I'm in control, this is going to be the rest of your life if you don't leave my family alone. Absolutely. I think that's what it was. I think it was shots fired. There he is. Shots fired. Planting seeds. Now, if this was in reverse, I'd say it didn't work. This worked. This grew legs. This was read loud and clear, and he gained control. And Melania got her way. She overpowered Hillary, really, when you look at it that way, because Hillary is the Queen of Swords as a Libra. And the negotiations were over. Because he did say he was going to put her in jail, and he never did. And is that because she backed off from his children? Interesting. What do you think? What do you think happened? Do you want to watch it again? Now watch. She's very reluctant about going in there. Look at her leaning back. Does this look like somebody who's dehydrated, can't wait to get into an air-conditioned vehicle? She's fighting it. She's not collapsing. And then she right there she is collapsing, and all of a sudden her legs become stiff like posts. That's resistance. She's why are her hands they're behind her back. Look, you can see the cuff of they're behind her back. Why are her hands behind her back? Interesting. Well, YouTube's going to show you a video you possibly haven't seen. Why don't you click on that, and I'll see you over there. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. See you online.